Greetings, beloveds. The salvation of the world comes down to one thing. It comes down to your consciousness, each and every one of you. For when you look at the world and you see that the world is guilty, when you look at the world and you see pain, and you feel loneliness, and you feel anger, you project guilt and shame onto circumstances and onto people. This is not a world that has been saved. When you pay attention to the lessons within the Course, you will see that time and again, salvation occurs within your holy mind, within the true understanding and the true acceptance of your role in divinity, which is that of being of the light. And when you argue for your limitations, they become yours. And when you decree that someone has wronged you, it becomes your truth, it becomes your reality. It becomes the very essence, the very fabric of the life that you live. When you look upon another and say, they shouldn't be doing this, they shouldn't be doing that, I wouldn't do it that way. Understand that each thought of judgment, beloveds, adds to the reality that you are creating that says that you live in a world that is other than a world of love and light. You must truly comprehend, beloveds, that you have shrunken yourself down to this one pinpoint of consciousness. And you have said that everything else in the universe is as this moment is. Everything is a mess, everything is troubled, everything is wrong, everything is to blame. And you lose the greater vision because in this myopic notion that everything is what you are experiencing at the moment, you have forgotten the grander scheme of life. The world is saved through your salvation, and your salvation comes in the recognition that you are indeed an expression of creation. You are indeed an expression of God. This is stated many times in the materials, and it seems that the lessons are repetitive, but we are trying to attempt many ways to get you to the truth. And not just the truth for the moment, beloveds, but the truth for always. And it does take repeating because you have had incarnation upon incarnation upon incarnation where you have said, this was wrong. This should not have been this way. They killed me, and now you must come back and kill them. You killed them, and now they must come back and kill you. They harmed you. They hurt you. They broke you. You were never broken, beloveds. You were never harmed. You were never maimed. But as long as you continue to perpetuate these cycles of incarnation, as long as you continue to perpetuate seeing through the eyes of the egoic mind, you will continue to create these cycles of harm and shame and guilt and pain and longing and desire, never feeling that you have gotten where it is that you truly want to be. And yet, when you come to the recognition that you have never left, you have never gone astray, you have never wandered away, and you allow your consciousness to become greater and greater, and you bring more and more light rather than darkness and judgment to the circumstances that you call your life, you come to see the truth of you. And the truth of you is the same as it always has been. You are light, you are love, you are grace, you are divine, you are holy. Why is it so difficult for you to believe that? Why do you fight against the truth of you? Why do you allow yourselves to believe that you are anything other than divine love? You are indeed the salvation of the world, beloved, because you are the one who has created the world. And given that you have created and designed the world in which you live, who else could be the one to save it than the one who created it? Does this answer your question, beloved? Is there more to this inquiry?
She said she's complete. Thank you.
Indeed. Are there any other queries? Any other questions? Any other doubts? Any other concerns you would like to bring forth at this time, beloved?
There's been a question proposed this morning about whether the oversoul is connected to other oversouls. If you could address that.
Beloveds, understand that you, within your incarnations, take all points of view. So, yes, indeed, an oversoul can be connected to any aspect of your beingness. Understand that you are an aspect of me as I am an aspect of you. Understand that the journey that you choose can be with an oversoul that is the oversoul of another oversoul of another oversoul. In this analogy, beloveds, there are octopus upon octopus upon octopus upon octopus. There is the oversoul for a third dimension. There is an oversoul for the ninth dimension. All going back to source. If you consider that source is the grand octopus, then everything is a duplication, a fractal, and a replication of that. You switch roles. You inhabit different beingness. You inhabit different bodies. You have a female oversoul. You have a masculine oversoul. It does not matter. It all leads back to the same point of creation, the same point of consciousness. Do not allow yourselves, beloved ones, to get caught up in the minutiae, in the details. If you want to truly understand the dynamics of your higher self, of your oversoul, go within and have conversations. Ask your higher self, who are you today? Who am I today? What journeys have we had? What lifetimes have we adventured upon? When have we changed? When can we change? What is my soul purpose? We like this concept of the prophecy. I indeed was prophesized. Each of you are as well. Each of you has within you the prophecy of truth, the truth of who you are, the truth of what you are, the impact that you are making upon the universe. Beloveds, understand that each thought that you think, whether it is in alignment with love or whether it is in alignment with your ego that looks through the eyes of fear and looks to protect. What is there to protect when there is nothing that can be threatened? So all of it is truth. All of it exists. If you can conceive of it within the mind, it exists. And there will come a day, a moment of time, when you say, I step out of these cycles, and you claim your mastery as a master, as a beloved of light. And you say, every decision that I make will be in alignment with the Holy Spirit. Every decision that I make, every action that I take will be in alignment with God. I will seek God in all things. But you are not there, beloveds. You are still making your choices for your egoic machinations, for the fights that you have and the feelings that you indulge yourselves within. Allow yourself the grace of knowing that you design every moment of your creation, beloveds, through the thoughts you think and the choices that you make, and that you personally have the impact upon the entire universe through your consciousness. This is the point. This is what we are attempting to communicate, for you to construe that you are creator beings with every thought that you think. Find joy in this, beloveds. This means that you can create whatever life you truly desire. And by the way, you already have. What would you like to make now? What would you like to create? What would you like to design? What would you like to bring forth? What would you like to be your legacy? The legacy that I left behind, you now live within the light of. It is a legacy that we create together. For yes, each and every one of you have an aspect of you that were with me some 2,000 or more years ago. I am known to you as you are known to me. Live within the truth of that, beloveds. Allow yourself to remember the words that you have heard, the words that you know, the words that you hold dear to your heart. Let it place a smile upon your face. This is not serious. This is indeed a game. So allow yourselves to win. Play the game to win, beloveds. Let love lead you. Let your heart lead you. And at every moment, reach out and ask the Holy Spirit, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say? For the part of you, the aspect of you that wants the ego to be in control, that forgets to ask. This is the part that keeps you ingrained in these cycles of evolution, continues to perpetuate this dimension of dynamic. Allow yourself, beloveds, to be free. Practice your lesson. Grant yourself as much time as you can each day to follow the exercises. Give yourself 5 minutes of every hour, beloveds, to come into quiet communication, quiet communion with the higher self aspect of you. And here you will find your truth that sits waiting for you to acknowledge it. That feeling, that moment of coming home. And there you shall find me waiting. We shall speak with you again. All blessings to you, beloveds.
Could I ask one more question? Is possible?
Yes.
I am very intrigued by chapter 4 and what you said about desire, and that being kind of the juice that gets everything going and eventually gets you sort of to desire to be one with God. And here's where I am a little conflicted. On one sense, I do notice, now that you told me to be aware of it, I really do desire to be wealthy, and I desire to be physically robust and healthy and all these other things. But what I've learned about the law of attraction is that if you desire something that you don't have now, let's just say I'm not healthy now, but I want to be healthy, you're just reinforcing that you don't have it. And in a certain sense, you're going to get more of the same, because you're putting out that you don't have something, but you're desiring it, meaning that you don't have it now. And it seemed to be not like, oh, desire is bad, but more like, it seems that if if I only desire what I have now and say, put my focus on being grateful for what I have, or feel as if I've already got that desire, that seems to would be to bring it about better than to just say, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Does that make sense?
Beloved, who is to say that you do not have perfect health? Who is to say that you do not have perfect wealth? You keep looking in the direction that says that your body is not how you want it to be, and you keep reinforcing that reality.
Hmm.
You keep saying that the money that you are waiting on is not coming, is not coming, is not coming. That is what underlies the constant rhetoric that you say that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. There is a disbelief at the same time. You keep saying that life is not the way that you want it to be. This exercise with desire, beloveds, is to get to the desire of your soul, not the desire of your ego.
Hmm.
The wanting is of ego. Ego wants what it cannot have. And it continues to perpetuate saying, I want this and I don't have it. I want that and I don't have it. But the desire that is born of God, the desire that is born of your soul, beloveds, this is what we are guiding you to discover. We addressed and said, go beneath the ego, go to your heart. What does your heart desire? What does your soul desire? Call upon the higher aspect of self, call upon the Holy Spirit to answer this question. This is not the ego's desire for the thing that is always outside of its grasp. You are phenomenally wealthy and you are phenomenally healthy. It is only the egoic aspect of mind that says, this is not so, that you grant this to be your reality, beloved. Do you understand the difference?
That's great. No, what you just said made a lot of sense. I get it. Okay. Thank you.
Indeed. It is much like running on a mill that goes in a circle, wondering why you are not getting anywhere. Step off of the wheel, beloved. Pause, step off, reevaluate. What is it that you truly desire? Ask this question, beloveds. This is why this exercise is to be practiced often. Ask, what do I truly desire? Where does that desire come from? Is it of the mind? Is it of the ego? Or is it truly of the heart? What do you desire in your heart? When you had expressed your desire as children, you were told, no, you can't do that. I want to be a ballerina. No, you can't do that. You must become a doctor. There's no money in being a ballerina. I want to be an artist. No, you can't do that. And you believed these lies, beloveds. If the desire was placed inside of your heart by God, the expression that you are, the prophecy that you are, what is your prophecy, beloveds? What is the unique expression? What is your singular thumbprint? What is the singular snowflake that you are, that is meant to be you and you alone, the one that fulfills you, the one that wakes you up in the morning, the one that you love more than you love anything else? What is the divine expression that you are through the eyes of God? Do not place the power for your own happiness outside of you, for it lives within. Fulfill on that promise, the promise that you made to God of what it was that you are here to show the world, the unique expression that you are, the wave that you are in the ocean. For there is none other like you. Find that, beloveds. Find your soul's purpose, and there you shall find your happiness, even if it is a path that is fraught with being nailed to a cross. Know that you are in perfect alignment with what you had agreed to be and how you had agreed to express yourself. And God will be with you at each and every moment of that journey. Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Indeed, enjoy this exercise, beloved ones. We are, as we have always been, with you. Greetings. My jaws are burning.